like it. It's corny, and I guess again it goes back to Ants, where like Ants is kind of creepy looking in the sense that DreamWorks had this weird fetish, or I don't know, of taking the character's face and basically just like plastering it on their CGI model. So it's basically the character in an ant form, and in Shark Tale it's the same thing, but Will Smith as a fish.
Yeah,
And
but
I
like
don't.
they do that with all the characters. It just looks weird. You don't really see the characters. You just see the actors portraying them. This is a problem I never thought I would experience in an animated film. You're not supposed to see the freaking actors, and especially if they're fish. That makes it even weirder. So like, you get weird fish with giant lips. So it's like what the frick is that?
Well, fish have fish lips, so it kind of plays into it. I think it's commendable that they're able to make it look like simultaneously a celebrity and a cold-blooded aquatic animal. You
Yeah,
know?
but it's like I'd rather want to see Oscar more than Will Smith. You know, it doesn't help either that
Well,
the actors don't really do much to change their voices. It's still Will Smith.
well, yeah, I get that, but that's what you go in for. You go in for, like, I saw the Nostalgia Critics brief. He did that DreamWorks thing, and he actually doesn't like it, which kind of bugged me. Will Smith fish, and but I didn't want them really to change their voice. I think it's not like ah
Well, because the thing is that this is a DreamWorks film, and
yeah.
one of the signature aspects of a DreamWorks film is that they always hire A-list celebrities. I mean, look at Kung Fu Panda. They got like Angelina Jolie, Jack Black, Seth Rogen, David Cross. Crap. They got Jackie Chan. They got who else? Oh, dang it. I forgot his name. I am so stupid. Who played Rain Man?
Dustin
I didn't
Hoffman.
see.
Thank you. He was Shifu. I think he was Shifu in there.
Yeah.
And like that's what I'm trying. Every DreamWorks film, like they need like an all-star cast, and it's also part marketing, like improving their characters. And that's the thing with Shark Tale. You got a major all-star cast. You pretty much got Will Smith, Renee Zellweger, Angelina Jolie, Jack Black, Robert De Niro, and all those. They even got Martin Scorsese's like as that pufferfish guy.
Mm-hmm.
And like I don't know, it's just I in a film you want to see more of the character. Like even in something like Toy Story, you don't really see Tim Allen and Tom Hanks. You see Woody and Buzz. In Shark Tale, you just see the actors and the character design. But it's like just I don't know. Weird. Plus, all the weird pop culture references doesn't help either. Like it
No,
gives the movie a more dated feeling. Even now, obsolete. And like that's how I feel about Shark Tale. This is the signature DreamWorks film gone wrong because you take signature traits and like you kind of mess them. It's like how can it go back? That's the thing.
well, again, it's not a movie. Like I'll cry foul on the very very contrived romance between Oscar and I can't remember the name of Renee Zellweger's character, but that sort of just like happened in the movie. So I understand there's some stuff that's sort of tacked on. But you were mentioning that the characters were just doing their own voice. I honestly I didn't know Jack Black was doing his character until I found out it was Jack Black.
Oh,
Like I don't think yeah.
Yeah, because
You
it was
don't
like a
hear the
high
voice.
pitched. It was a little high pitched than Jack Black normally talks.
I will admit that. Now, there, Jack Black does something a little more different, but like when it's like the others are obvious. When it's Robert De Niro, it's Robert De Niro. When it's Renee Zellweger, it's Renee Zellweger. When it's Angelina Jolie, it's the weird, awkward, seductive Angelina Jolie.
But is that such a bad thing? Like I don't know. It's
I don't
hard
know,
to quantify. It's
like,
the little thing.
do you want sexy fish? Do you really need sexy fish?
Yes. Yes. No, it's just I don't know. I'm trying to. How do I put this? There's something. It's very hard to point. I realize that because Finding Nemo is a solid movie, but I'm just really about it. Like, I never really felt much with that movie. It was just he's finding his son, and then he finds the son, and then that's the end. But
You make it
I don't
sound dumb. It's like where's there he is.
well, it kind of is. Like, there's nothing that really like. I like The Incredibles. The Incredibles are having a sequel. I'm on board with that. I just don't get the appeal with Finding Nemo. That's probably why I gravitate more to Shark Tale. If I had a choice to watch Shark Tale or Finding Nemo, I'd probably watch Shark Tale.
Like the emotional impact and the other, like, we'll get back to that later. That's actually my second choice.
Yeah, so
Finding
it's
Nemo.
it's the dueling films, that's for sure.
Yeah.
This is perfect.
This week's episode, we might talk about other shark movies, but this is all about Shark Tale versus Finding Nemo.
Yep, that's the subtitle.
When I come, wait till I come in.
Oh boy. Yeah, for me, Shark Tale, it's a guilty pleasure in my end, because I know Finding Nemo was the guaranteed one, because I used to watch it in high school. I used to show it in science class or something. Like, there's, oh, look, the little fishy, oh, look, the fishy, and the ecosystem and shit, and I had to watch Finding Nemo, and I thought it was a decent film. And Shark Tale, you can think of a clever plot where Oscar is a shark slayer, and because Jack Black's shark doesn't want to be a shark, doesn't want to eat, he's a vegetarian for some odd reason, which is clever. I mean, it just took what you thought about animated film and just mixed it all together into something different, in my opinion. I mean,
Oh yeah, that kind of reminds me of that allegory that people make about Jack Black's character. Because it's like it's kind of like people take it as a metaphor that instead of like a shark being a vegetarian, it's like someone being gay. Remember that talk?
Oh, I never caught on to that. I never caught on to that. No, I never thought about that.
No, because a lot of people say that. It's like, I don't know. It's like, I'm not saying they're wrong. Like, I can see it, but it's like, is it really the point of this movie? Are you sure it's not about the Liar Revealed stories about Oscar the Shark Slayer? Yo.
Oh man, yeah.
Gotta add in the yo so we can make this movie hip for the cool kids.
Well, okay, yeah, it had an maybe that's the bias. I don't want to admit that. Maybe because it has a more urban slant to it. I gravitated more towards that one because it just had a certain style that I find. I don't know the name of the characters, but the two jellyfish guys. I think one or both of them are actually voiced by
the Jamaican jellyfish
and they were fun.
guys.
Yeah,
wasn't it
come on,
Ziggy
that's
Marley?
fun.
Yeah, Ziggy Marley
Yeah.
voiced one of them. Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that.
I don't
They're
know
like
who did the other-
Jamaican Mon.
They had the best line in the movie.
It's gonna be alright. It's like, yeah. Oh, is it? Yeah, Ziggy Martin and Dougie Doug.
Yeah, Ziggy Marley was one of them. Yeah,
Oh,
I remember
yeah.
that.
I think they had the best line in the movie, though.
Oh boy.
I gotta explain it, I guess. I think the scene where
which
Oscar
one?
goes. Or is everyone there?
Yeah. I was a little distracted.
Yeah, we're
Those
on
are-
IMDb.
No, I was just gonna say that there's that one scene where Oscar is absent and the two jellyfish have to, or someone's absent and they have to. Original line is a whale wash, a whaleable wash, and a price. Oh my gosh! And they keep effing up the line because I guess the idea is they're supposed to be baked or something. So then one goes on and he's like, whale wash rhymes with gosh, and I don't know why, but that line just kills me every time. It's stupid, but that probably sums up why I like this movie better. Like that right there. But there you go.
all right.
It rhymes with gosh.
It rhymes with gosh. Okay, so let's come back to me now, and
Alright.
so recently, this year actually, actually last week I believe, last week Saturday, um, like Matt said, Sharknado 2 came out this summer. But oddly enough, I discovered this recently, and I was shocked because I didn't see any previews for it. I was watching TV and I'm like looking. It was on Saturday. I was like, wait a minute, what is this? And it's a sequel to Sharktopus. They made a sequel to Sharktopus. And there's a third one in the making too. I'll get into that later.
What? There's more Sharktopus?
Yeah. I'll get into that later. So this one caught my eye because it's like a versus battle, because they had to feature another creature. So the sequel is called Sharktopus versus Terracuda.
Oh God. Wow.
Oh boy.
I think Asylum is trying to make their Godzilla with Sharktopus. Or, actually, no, that would probably be Sharktopus.
Yeah, I think so.
Because Sharknado would be it's technically just a thing.
It's like a disaster kind of thing, film. They're trying to make it. You never know. Maybe Sharknado 3 could be like outside the U.S. It could be like international waters or something. Which they're making Sharknado 3.
I don't know.
But yeah, Terracuda.
Why? Oh, Sharknado 3. Sharknado 3.
Terracuda. So it recaps the first film in the first couple of minutes. It shows I'm not saying Sharknado, I'm saying Sharktopus. Sharktopus, killing people and being killed. And then you see this new scene where you see the egg sac of Sharktopus drift down into the water. And it's like, it's a female? It's a female? It's a female?
So, is it like, so suddenly it just became like, oh, which one was it? Jaws 3 or something? Where Jaws turns out to be a...
Probably. It was one of the Jaws films, yeah. Because in the first film, the guy are looking for is like, you bastard, come here, you son of a bitch, and now I'm like, wait a minute, it's a female? So eventually it goes in the stream, and then these two people fish it out, and this chick who works at this aquarium gathers it, opens the egg sac, and she just pulls out this mini Sharktopus, a baby Sharktopus. So she basically raises it, and it becomes this big main show for the aquarium.
Why?
It's just strangest thing. And then so then it cuts back to this other corporation that builds this mutated creature. It's in Robert. Wait, what's the actor's name? It's Robert Carradine, the brother of David Carradine, is in this film. Robert Carradine, you might know from Revenge of the Nerds, and he played Lizzie McGuire's dad in Lizzie McGuire.
Yeah.
He's in this film. He plays another scientist like Eric Robert played in the first film, and he's talking to some head security guy. He's like, you know how many planes the U.S. buys? Nothing. They use these drone pilots with a joystick. I don't like that shit. So I decided to create a new creature that's faster, can swim into water, fly in the air, and we've been discovering this prehistoric DNA for years now. So they combined a pterodactyl with a barracuda and made it Terracuda.
Huh. Of course. That's the only logical solution.
Because how does that work? I don't know. They just do it.
He did it. He explained it how the two combined together. Like, I guess barracudas are really good eyesights, and the pterodactyl part makes them fly and what.
Like, do they do like in what was it, in Jurassic Park? Do they take the DNA off of mosquitoes and stuff?
They never explained that. I was like, where are they getting this prehistoric DNA from?
They're basically like giving the middle finger to Michael, what's it, Crichton or Crichton for Jurassic Park, is like, here's the general idea. Remember how this was done? Yeah, that's how that was done.
No, they took it off of the same place where they took a pterodactyl off of the same place where Steven Spielberg shot down that Triceratops.
Freaking vultures, man.
They just found one. They're like, all right, let's mix this thing with a barracuda.
So.
Oh, hey, Spielberg. Oh, hey.
So, I briefly watched this film. I kind of scanned through the parts and just got the brief gist of it. So basically what happens is just like in the first film where actually it's kind of a little different in the first film because this worker at the plant gets really pissed off at the head honcho and hacks into the computer to control Terracuda. And they're trying to find him, the hacker, and then trying to get Terracuda back in the process. And then Robert Carradine discovers that Sharktopus is alive, and they're like, the subject name was F11, so F11's alive. I didn't know that. I'm thinking that's the offspring, not the real original fucking mother. It's the offspring. So they go to the aquarium, they get Sharktopus to come back, they have the equipment back on to control him to get Terracuda back, and there's these big battles going on where Sharktopus is in the water, Terracuda's up here flying, and you get Terracuda going into the water, and it's all over the place. You can't even follow it so fast. It's like, whoa, slow down, Terracuda. Slow down. So it's just fast-paced. And you get this action scenes you get the versus battle you're looking for in this movie. It's like, oh, here comes Terracuda, boom. Here comes Sharktopus, boom. And he's back and forth, back and forth.
So is Sharktopus a good guy in this?
Yes, it is a good guy in this film.
Oh my god.
So Terracuda, but spoiler, at the end of the film, Terracuda dies and Sharktopus lives.
Aww.
Hence the third film. The third film, and this is a crazy film. The third installment is Sharktopus versus Mermantula.
What?
Mermantula.
What? So there's a merman mixed with a tarantula? Are you serious? No. That's just...
It is.
That's not.
It is.
It doesn't make any sense.
You know what?
It doesn't.
There's only... I'm thinking of Mermaid Man with 8 legs.
Oh. Evil!
Yes. You just see Sharktopus. No! They gotta duke it out on land. They're both gonna duke it out on land doing weird walks.
Oh my god, yeah.
One of the scientists is apparently Barnacle Boy just helping him out.
So,
That's the thing. Okay, that's it. Sharknado 3 will be the crossover. Will practically be the sequel to Sharknado and the sequel to the upcoming SpongeBob movie.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So they're kind of doing like what Marvel's doing and bringing it all back Avengers
Yeah,
style.
pretty much.
Okay.
and I didn't get to the best part of the movie. This film marks the first acting debut of Conan O'Brien.
I can test that.
No.
What about, The Simpsons, right? He kind of acted in that.
Yeah, but that's a cameo, like imagine a movie debut. A movie debut.
Okay. That's true.
As Conan O'Brien. He did appear in there though, and he oddly enough.
So yeah,
only I can dance.
He plays himself, and it's a hilarious cameo. It's hilarious. So they're at the beach, he and his female assistant, and she's like, "Hey, Sharktopus is coming our way based on the phone app I got here." And he's like, "Sharktopus! Sharktopus! Oh, it's scary! It's scary! I'm not afraid of Sharktopus."
I ain't afraid of no shark.
Did he get eaten by the shark?
Let me get into it. So, he's just relaxing, at the beach, and then all of a sudden, a nearby volleyball game was going on. He gets hit in the head by a volleyball. He's like, turns around like, "Hey, do you know who I am? I am Conan O'Brien. I am famous. I'm a cable network." And then you see in the background, you see Sharktopus' tentacle. Creep forward.
Oh, wow.
And all of a sudden, you see the tentacle go through his mouth.
Oh, no.
He died. Oh, blood everywhere. Just kills him on impact and just pulls him up, eats him, and moves on.
So
that actually reminds me of something in Sharknado 2, actually. This is not a cameo, but... Don't mind if I spoil this for you, Mike?
Go ahead. Okay,
the thing is that apparently in Sharknado 2, there was a moment where the movie stops so we can check what's going on, how Canadians are handling a Sharknado attack. Here's what literally happens.
I know what you're
talking about.
I know what happened.
Hi, I'm Rob Ford. Sharknado comes out.
That is shameful. They should have at least gotten the real Rob Ford.
Yeah,
that it didn't even look like him.
Real Rob Ford.
That would have been awesome.
With the amount of cameos they have, I was expecting Rob Ford to come out.
Or at least Doug Ford or anyone.
Really? With the things that he did in his political career, I'm surprised he didn't appear in Sharknado 2.
Political chances, I assume.
Yeah.
Eviscerated by a shark through a window.
Well, if he didn't get caught, he would have probably, continued on, even doing that. I was drinking, I just did something stupid. Like doing cocaine.
Oh, man. Speaking of that, let me side note here. If you The Tonight Show is starring Jimmy Fallon. He always picks on Rob Ford all the time, and it's freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
But so Sharktopus versus Terracuda it's got what I like. I mean, it's got a versus battle that I was like, wait a minute, Terracuda? What the fuck are they smoking on? That's for me, it's like the greatest thing ever combined. What the fuck? Pterodactyl and the Barracuda? Blew my mind. Blew my fucking mind. So, of course, it was CGI crap, CGI fighting. But it was good times, because there was a couple times where Terracuda would pick up Sharknado. God, I keep saying Sharknado. Damn that.
It's his cousin.
Terracuda would pick up Sharktopus in the air, and they're like, and he drops it back in the water. It was just, it's fun, but otherwise the actors in it, the acting in it, I didn't capture that. I was in there for the battle mostly. I don't know if I'm excited for the third movie. I don't know how that's gonna happen. Mermantala? What the fuck? I don't know what Roger Corman and... I don't know. There's
So, if there was a fourth movie, what would you combine for Sharktopus to battle? You've got this merman and tarantula. What would the fourth movie entail?
Ooh.
How about, hold on, we could get first one will be Piranha. The next, not Hammerhead.
Has to be
Hammerhead. Here we got Hammerhead. And then, hold on.
It should be something on the land.
Anglerfish. An anglerfish.
So, Piranha.
Actually, they should do this. They should actually do a
Hammer angler. The hammer anger.
They should do a crossover with another film that actually was in vein with Sharktopus. About the same time, they actually made a movie called Piranaconda, which combined a piranha and an anaconda.
Yeah, something like that.
And that would be interesting to see those two. I don't think Piranaconda had a big success than Sharktopus, but I think if they took Piranaconda and Sharktopus and put them together, that would kind of be a great crossover.
Or
they should do something like a Tasmanian eel or something.
Why are you mixing sharks in this mix? There's gotta be something besides a hammerhead shark, Matt.
No, hammerhead sharks are cool.
A manta ray, a manta and a wolf. Or a tortoise and a bee.
Manta ray and a crocodile.
There you go. That's the one. Print it.
Manta ray.
Print that shit.
Mantadile.
Mantadile. Mantadile.
Guys, we're going to Asylum. We got ourselves a movie.
Woo! Yay!
All we need is just the funding, and we'll get to work. Don't worry. We know as much about making CGI as the people who are making those films.
Oh my god, okay. So, Matt, your discussion about Finding Nemo.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Let's do this.
Oh.
Finding Nemo. As we all know, the 2003 Finding Nemo that really launched Pixar into the top as considered one of the practically one of the greatest animation studios of all times. Finding Nemo, what really makes it is that it does have a timeless feel. Unlike Shark Tale, where they try to make the ship, they make the fishes what they're supposed to be. We got a fish and a son of a fish, and they're just fishes. Okay, but what really makes it is actually the emotional bond between Marlin and Nemo, because there really is a strong connection, and Marlin is a really paranoid fish where like he really wants to take care of his son, mostly because of a experience with a barracuda that ate his wife and most of the kids, which is Nemo. And Nemo, when he got away, like, he's pretty much determined, like, he is passionate not to lose him again, so he would practically, like, literally cross oceans in order to save him. And along the way, meet these interesting characters to help him out. Of course, there's Dory, the forgetful fish, but, like, often would stick him out, like, be with him thick and thin, so at least he won't be alone. Then there's Crush, and then, like, our shark in the movie, which is Bruce, which is pretty interesting, because unlike being a vegetarian, they're in this AA committee where they should not eat fish, where fish are friends, not food. Now that one, it's funny. Like, it's like cute and funny at the same time, where we see a bunch of frightening sharks